Welcome to our weekly maritime vlog. I'm Corey Ransom with International Maritime Security Associates. We have Bennett, the producer, behind the camera and running the show today. We are going to talk about the best management practices number 5 for piracy. As you know, being a maritime vlog, we are going to talk about piracy. We've talked about piracy a number of times. In fact, we just did an episode where we discussed some of the statistics for piracy attacks and attempted attacks that happened in 2017. We'll link that down below in case you didn't get the chance to watch that episode. It's a great episode to watch, and it also gives you a little bit of background when it comes to piracy and things that are happening around the world. And we just talked about different regions. A number of years ago, when piracy in the Indian Ocean, Gulf of Aden, that whole Somali region was really heating up, a number of groups and organizations around the world came together and put together what was called the best management practices when it comes to piracy. This past probably month or so, depending on when you're watching this, this is right now July of 2018. So within about the May-June timeframe, I think. It could have been earlier. These organizations came together and made some updates to the best management practices for piracy and came out with revision number 5. We'll also link down below, so if you don't have a copy of it, it's a great PDF. It's about 77 pages, very easy to read, and it's great for masters and crew to be able to take a look at issues when it comes to piracy. Within this guide, the guide is really a framework to help you from whether you're a master or a crew member or security officer, really start to think in terms of security. When we take a look at the master on board a vessel, you guys have a number of responsibilities, and security is a small piece of a greater whole for your day-to-day operations. So this guide, along with the ISPS code, flag state regulations, and some other international regulations, is really a help to get you to kind of think and frame out when it comes to piracy. This guide has always been specific to the Gulf of Aden, Indian Ocean, Red Sea kind of operational area, but there's a lot of practices and a lot of suggestions and a lot of framework within this guide that is helpful when you think about ship protection wherever you are around the world. So with this guide, there's been some interesting updates that have happened. A couple of things that I thought were fairly interesting that they talked a little bit more about were about rocket-propelled grenades and vessel-borne IEDs and sea mines. So it's an interest to see a little bit of a shift in some of the tactics that pirates are using. Obviously, since the heyday in the mid-2000s, we've seen the numbers in piracy in the Gulf of Aden go way down. However, we're starting to see those numbers slowly tick back up, and I think that's probably the push behind making a revision to this particular guide. One of the things that you want to do as the master of the vessel when you first start out is a couple of really easy things. Number one is just understand the vulnerabilities and also the capabilities of your vessel and the crew members that are on board. There are some times, and again, this isn't a broad blanket statement across the board, that we recommend that you carry an armed security team on board. That's just enables you as a master or a crew member to be able to do your job and let the security people concentrate on the security issues. We haven't seen major issues in the past few years, but there have been hijackings, and not just in the Gulf of Aden. There's been issues in other parts of the world. To be able to get to the point to make that decision, you really need to do a good risk assessment and almost an ongoing risk assessment of your vessel and where you're going. Unfortunately, there are not a lot of great tools to help you do that in real time. Our company is working on a phenomenal software platform that we call ARMS. We'll link that down below, where that software platform will be able to give you real-time risk and threat information wherever you are in the world and keep you updated as incidents and things unfold to really help you almost constantly adjust your plans. So that risk management piece for us on the overall piracy scheme is a big deal. That you really need to understand what's happening where you're going, and that's a big part of why we do what we do here. The other piece to that is once you understand that risk management is you want to have a plan on board your ship. What are we going to do in some of the basic and broad situations? And you want to make sure once you put that plan together that you do the basics of training through the plan. And there's a lot of moving pieces and parts to be able to do that and put that together. And a lot of times I always recommend that you work with an outside company or organization that has an expertise to be able to help you put that together. So with that, the new best management practices with understanding risk management and security capabilities, that's going to be a big help for you to put a bigger plan together to be able to deal with piracy incidents no matter where you are in the world. It also helps you to deal with some of the other potential security incidents that you may encounter as well. That's our job here, is to be able to help you to provide information when it comes to risk management and regulatory compliance in different situations. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate all the viewers that we have. We love it when you guys tune in. We love to get comments. So make sure you hit the like button for all the videos you like. Also leave comments and questions down below too. Connect to us through our social media detailed in the banner above and also in the comments section below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you get notified when we put a new vlog out. Typically, it's every Thursday when these things come out. If you have questions, like we discussed in the vlog, when it comes to maritime risk management, regulatory compliance, or maritime security, don't hesitate to reach out to us and our experts here at IMSA, because we're always happy to steer you in the right direction.